Welcome back to Jam Ball. Today is going to be a solo episode with me. Joseph was working on some mock drafts, and I think this is going to be the mock draft that I'm going to show you guys. This is my mock draft. This is not Angels, Manny's. This is not Jam Ball as a group. This is my mock draft. So, with that being said, please like and subscribe. It's free. You could always change your mind later. We are on the grind to try to hit 100 subscribers. So, help us out. Subscribe. So, with that being said, let's get into it. We're going to kind of speed run between these first two picks. Fernando Mendoza going to the Raiders and Arvel Reese. I still haven't changed my mind about Arvel Reese. Arizona too, getting Francis Mayogoa. It's getting a little closer with Spencer, but I think Francis is still better. Tennessee, this is where things get a little interesting. I think they're gonna take David Bailey here. I think David Bailey has been shooting up the draft stock, and I think they actually take him here. Um, yeah. New York, give me Carnell Tate for New York. Doesn't change there. This is where things are going to get a little crazy. Cleveland needing some help on defense, I feel like, and some help on offense. This is where I would have said Jordan Tyson, but guess what? We're giving him Caleb Downs. Now, you may be asking why Caleb Downs? He's the best available defensive player. You need some help on defense. You're going to be. I just feel like this is a great pick for the Browns to take Caleb Downs. This makes sure like they secure their best defensive player that they can and trying to build up more on that defense while Myles Garrett is still there. Next pick, going to Washington. This is where I honestly see Ruben Bain getting picked here. I mean, they need an edge rusher pretty badly. That's a pretty good pick. New Orleans. You guys need what, a wide receiver? I think Jordan Tyson could go here. I think Tyson's gonna go here actually. Jeremiah Love going to Kansas City. Cincinnati. This is the one issue that we're gonna find with Cincinnati. There's no safety. There's no edge. But there is some corners they are lacking in that cornerback group. Also in the edge group. I do think that they could honestly take Sonny Styles here too. But this seems more of a get someone that's gonna put immediate work. They're gonna lose out on Trey Hendrickson. I think that they're gonna try to replace him. I think they're gonna bring in Keldrick Folk. I know most people aren't gonna agree with that, but that's what I believe. Mansour Delane is gonna go to the Dolphins. Don't really need to explain there. The best corner in the draft. Dallas is gonna take Sonny Styles, best linebacker in the draft. He's a very fun player. All right, the Rams. Uh, they still have a couple pieces that they need to work on. And honestly, I think they still take Spencer. Spencer right here is a good steal. The Ravens. I think a wide receiver is needed here. I'm giving them Makai Lemon. Makai Lemon at the Ravens pick. Pretty good pick. They need to build up on that offense anyways. Lamar Jackson, they're going to lose out on Isaiah Likely. Mark Andrews, don't get me wrong, is okay, but it's just okay. They could have taken Kenyon Sadiq, but I don't think that the Ravens are smart enough for that. Excuse me. Anyways, the Buccaneers need an edge and a linebacker. I think Cassius Howell will go to the Buccaneers. It's a team fit anyways. So yeah, there's that. The New York Jets. Jets, Jets. What do you guys want? You guys picked Arvel Reese earlier. You guys got to build up on that offense now. It says give him get Denzel Boston. I would pick. Don't get me wrong. I will completely take Kevin Concepcion, but to make certain people happy, I'm gonna put Denzel Boston here. I know there's gonna be a couple people that may not like this pick or may like this pick. I personally would have picked Kevin Concepcion. I think he's a better wide receiver, but Denzel Boston going to New York. Detroit with the 17th pick, you need an edge rusher to help out. I think Akeem Mesidor is going to help out a lot. Let me see. D line, no. Tackle, they could. No, yeah, edge rusher Akeem Mesidor makes the most sense. The Minnesota Vikings, you need a corner. Um, don't get me wrong here. No, I was gonna take Avion Terrell, but I think Jermod McCoy makes the most sense. Although he is injured, I think the Vikings will still use somewhat of his talents. This is where Kenyon Sadiq is gonna go to the Panthers. Now Dallas, they have a decision here. They either take corner or an edge rusher. I think that there's plenty of good corners. Well, taking TJ Parker this early seems a little wonky. They took Sonny Styles. Now, people may not like this pick, but I like this pick. Avion Terrell to Dallas. Let me explain. There is still some edge rushers out there. There's a chance that they could get Trey Hendrickson, maybe Jalen Phillips. I could honestly see this pick. Pittsburgh Steelers, though. Let's move on to them. They could use a little bit of offense. That's what I know. I'm not giving them Ty Simpson because it's a little early. And give them Kevin Cupson. That's a pretty good pick right there. Chargers, I think they still go with their boy Vega. I still need to learn how to say his name. Eagles, they're gonna lose out on some key pieces here. Keep Caden. Cleveland needs a receiver and a tackle. I don't think taking a Meyer is a smart pick right now. You don't have a tackle yet, so taking Caleb Lomu. There you go. Chicago, what do you guys need? You guys need a D lineman? Oh, you got a perfect D lineman right here. Peter Woods at the 25th pick when he's ranked 18th. That's really good. Really good value. Buffalo, you need a wide receiver. Honestly, that's the only position I really see them taking unless they take TJ Parker. And honestly, that's not even a bad pick either. Because they're gonna lose on Joey Bosa, AJ Espinosa. They might go that position. I'm still gonna go with a wide receiver here. I'll give him Omar Cooper Jr. San Francisco, they need a tackle. I know they need a tackle. Monroe Freeling, the best guy available. Houston, you guys could use some help on that offense. Tyson, no, I'm just kidding. The defense I feel like is very, very consistent. I don't think you really need to change anything on that defense. Maybe a linebacker, maybe. That's a maybe, honestly. I feel like this is something they would do in real life. Caleb Banks going to Houston. Now the Rams, they picked earlier Spencer Fano. They need a corner. They're gonna take Colton Hood. Colton Hood's the best available guy. I think he's a really underrated corner from Tennessee, and I think that the Rams are gonna take him here. Denver with the 30th pick. Who do you think they got, guys? They get CJ Allen. Yeah, I'm not really gonna sugarcoat it. CJ Allen's best linebacker available, second best linebacker in the draft class, in my opinion. New England needing an edge rusher. I'm not hesitating. TJ Parker. Boom. You're going to New England. Now Seattle. This one doesn't change. Brandon Cisse or Cisse. Brandon, the corner out of South Carolina. He's gonna get picked here. Honestly, I like this draft. I like this save. All right, Fernando This is the result. Fernando Mendoza first, Arvel Reese second. The top three picks don't change. Fourth pick is where it changes with David Bailey. Carnell Tate stays. Caleb Downs gets moved up to the 6th because of me. Ruben Bain goes down to the 7th. Jordan Tyson goes to the 8th pick. Earlier I had him going to the Cleveland, so they went down. Jeremiah Love staying with KC just in case they don't pick up a running back. Keldrick Folk going to Cincinnati. Mentor Delane going to Dolphins. Sonny Styles to the Cowboys. Spencer Fano going to the Rams. Makai Lemon going to the Ravens. That's a little bit of an update. Cassius Howell going to the Bucks. Denzel Boston going to the Jets. Akeem Mesidor going to the Lions. Jermod McCoy to the Vikings. Kenyon Sadiq going to the Panthers. Avion Terrell going to my boys. Steelers, Kevin Concepcion. Chargers get their offensive lineman Vega. Caden Proctor going to the Eagles. Caleb Lomug to the Browns. Peter Woods to the Bears. Omar Cooper going to the Bills. I know that one is a little bit shocking to most, but I think they do need to address that wide receiving core pretty quickly. Monroe Freeling going to the Niners. Caleb Banks to the Texans. Colton Hood to the Rams. I was going to say Tennessee. Colton Hood to the Rams. CJ Allen to the Broncos. TJ Parker to the Patriots. And finally, Brandon Cisse to the Seahawks. The best available right now is Emmanuel McNeely Warren, Caden McDonald, and Ty Simpson. Honestly, overall, I think this draft was pretty good. Tell me if you guys disagree with any of my picks. Do you think someone should have been lower or higher? Do you think that the Bills should have picked Omar Cooper this early? Do you guys think that I don't know ball? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.